Hi Virgo, welcome to your 2022 reading. This is for Virgo, Summer Rising Venus. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the year ahead. See what you guys can be currently dealing with, what you can expect, get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's happening for you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, I am doing a giveaway for free personal reading. If you're interested in entering that, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and comment down below something that you're manifesting for the new year. You're automatically entered into the giveaway for a free personal reading, and I will announce the lucky winner on the 31st of January 2022, so stay tuned for that. And let's just jump right into this reading and see what's going on. We're going to start off by looking into the major themes or lessons that could be playing out for 2022. Then we'll take a look into your goals, aspirations, career and finances, emotions, relationships, and your love life, and wrap it all up with a couple oracle messages, okay? So let's start off with the major themes and lessons for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in 2022. What are the major themes, main lessons, messages? Wow. We're officially in Mercury retrograde, so please bear with me because my speech is gonna be butchered, and I've been suffering already these last few days. My mind and my mouth are just not cooperating. So please, have patience for me as I try to get my thoughts and words straight. Alright, so what are the main themes and lessons for Virgo, Summer, Rising, Venus in 2022? What are the major themes, lessons for Virgo for the next year? Oh my god, for the next 12 months. What are the main themes, lessons for Virgo? What will Virgo learn? What are the main themes for Virgo, Summer, Rising, Venus? Alright, we got the dragonfly coming out, air energy. We also have the golden egg, and let's get one more for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Alright, we got two. We got the bear. Oh, fuck, we have five. The snake and the crocodile. Okay, so I'm not going to try to spend too much time because we got a lot to cover, and these readings are pretty long. Alright, but that's all good. We're covering a lot of different topics here, but I just want to make sure that I'm not wasting anyone's time. Let's just get right into the biz. So for 2022, so far the main lessons and themes that I'm seeing for you guys that are going to be playing out is definitely about your perspective. Alright, the way you view situations, what you give your energy to, and sometimes our initial thoughts and feelings about a situation aren't always the full truth, or it's not always the reality of something. When something happens to us that's unexpected, and maybe it seems bad right off the bat, but then as time goes on, you kind of realize that it was necessary, or that it was actually something that was positive for you. You just were focusing more on the negatives. And so the dragonfly coming out, this is all about your perspective. Is it clear or is it fuzzy? You guys are going to be having definitely shifts in your mindsets, the way you perceive situations, even just in general, how you think about yourself and the world. I do feel there's going to be lots of different new mindsets and different, I'm feeling a hangman energy from this with the dragonfly. So some of you may have strong Piscean placements in your personal chart, just saying, but it feels like your perspective is growing. You are, especially in situations, you may be putting your what's the saying? Putting yourself in other people's shoes is what I want to say. Whereas maybe before you weren't really considering other people's feelings. I don't know. But there's definitely a lot of this introspective energy coming up here, even with the golden egg. This is very reflective. This is definitely meditating more would be beneficial for you. If you haven't already, you should probably, make that a little goal for yourself in 2022 to definitely carve out time for yourself to be with your thoughts, or to just really practice mindfulness, calming the mind, and doing some sort of meditative practice for you that works best for you. And there's many different ways you can do that. Just finding what works best for you, whether that's working out or doing yoga or sitting on the grass in nature, going for a walk, painting, drawing, writing, reading, whatever. Like, there's many different forms of meditation, but at the end of the day, it's about being mindful and just like, calming the mind and being more in the present. So that's something that's coming up for you guys, is to try to be more in the present in 2022. Otherwise, we get so carried away with what's going to happen, tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now, or we're so hung up on things from our past that we can't change. And, before you know it, time passes by so quickly because we're not even present. We're not even in the moment, just enjoying what we have, whether it's good, bad, whether it's where you want to be, or if you have a lot of goals you'd like to reach, but just really enjoying every single step of the journey. And that kind of ties in with the snake, right? The snake and even the bear. Like, let me just go in order of the cards that came out. The bear is definitely about like new beginnings and having discipline to follow through with what you say and, walking the talk, basically. And I think I said that in Cancer's reading. So if you have Cancer, you may want to listen to their read. Just wanted to let you guys know. Now, these new beginnings are going to lead you towards a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of fulfillment, and, really reaching all your goals and recognizing how much potential you do have. But with the bear, this is the energy of coming out of hibernation after a long sleep, a long slumber, a long hibernation, right? And so normally the first few steps, weeks, months, could be a bit challenging. And at times it can feel discouraging. At times you may want to, quit. You want to give up. You just want to hit the snooze button and roll over and just go back to sleep. Trust me, I struggle with that too. Like, how we all fucking do. We all do, or like majority of us really do struggle with that, especially when it comes to like motivation and discipline, right? Motivation's one thing, but when we don't have the motivation, it's hard. So that's why we got to kind of have that discipline, that commitment to ourselves and whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. So with the bear coming out here, it's like there's definitely, you're on the right track and you are headed down, the right path towards success, towards being the most victorious, towards whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. You have it in you to make things possible, to make things happen. But, it will be challenging at times. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be a walk in the park, all easy, flowing, going, smooth sailing all the time. There will be lots of smooth sailing times for sure. But, the universe got to throw a little bit of character development in there for you. So, there will be some ups and downs, some unexpected turn of events, but it's important that you really just take it one step at a time and take it easy with yourself, and remember to take breaks and have patience. And we'll get to that because that comes through with the crocodile, but we're not there yet. The snake is really recognizing your potential. So this year you guys are recognizing your capabilities and recognizing that you are worthy of whatever it is that you want, whether that's love, whether that is this dream job, fill in the blank of whatever your goals, aspirations are, Virgo. You are totally capable and you are so worthy of it, and like you deserve it. So it's just about like recognizing that and going for it. And the snake is all about expansion and building and growing and learning, and even like seeking out mentors or people that you can look up to, people that inspire you, people that motivate you. You are who you surround yourself with. So I just also want to pass along the message of like, be aware of who you're surrounding yourself with, like what you're investing your energy into, because it does have an impact on like the kind of person you are, the goals you have. Because let's be realistic, if you surround yourself with people who aren't very motivated, who maybe, kind of slack off, or they're not really doing much with their lives, or maybe they are getting into some dangerous shit, it may have like a bad influence on you, and you may fall into their ways. And I don't know, just be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with. And also the snake does talk about like shedding old skins and getting rid of any of that dead weight. And then with the crocodile coming out here, this is also the energy of needing to take time out to rest, to allow yourself to heal, to get back your energy, to get back your strength, have some solo time. Definitely talks about self-care. So making sure that you are giving yourself self-care, self-love. It is necessary and you need it. Always, always, always make that a priority, because you got a lot of things that are starting up. You got a lot of newness. You got a lot that's, you know, getting ready to hatch, especially with this golden egg, something that maybe you've been sitting on. You've been waiting for the right timing to maybe start up a project, or say yes to something, or an offering, or like to give something a chance. Maybe you've been waiting for the right timing, and I feel like 2022 is the year for you to give whatever this idea is a go. So just be prepared for that. Something's getting ready to hatch, or in 2022 something is being hatched. And even like when it comes to you emotionally, like opening up your heart more, allowing people in, finding people you can really connect with, your soul tribe, friends and family, and even romance, right? Whatever it is that you want, it is totally, like I said, it is yours. You're recognizing your potential. You're recognizing that you are worthy of fill in the blank. It's yours. And yeah, I just feel like there's this energy of you guys being really receptive and like really just needing to open up your arms and welcome in these things, right? Instead of being closed off, open up. All right, let me grab a couple major arcana to see what other main themes or lessons could be playing out for this year. Give me 2 major arcana, and that was me, so I'm not going to take that, but all right. What are the main themes, lessons for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in, I heard July and August. I wanted to say July, and then I was like 2022, and then in my head, and then I was like, no, August? I was like, no. Anyways, I know we maybe got some August Virgos watching, shout out to y'all, but yeah, for some reason those 2 months came to mind, so maybe that's relevant for you, or something about those months in 2022 may have some sort of relevance. Maybe that's when something is like starting, or what am I saying, bro? Literally, what am I saying? I don't even know. Something could be due by then, or like for some due date is in August or July if like you're pregnant, but like that's a really small percentage of people. That's just like one person up there. Anyways, all right, major themes and lessons. We have Judgment coming out. Okay, major themes and lessons for Virgo in 2022. Major themes and lessons, the Chariot. All right, so there's definitely some major decisions that you have coming up, Virgo, that basically like determine where you are headed. The decisions you make in 2022 have the biggest influence on like your future and the road that you take. You're at a crossroad. You can either go left and it's going to take you down this path, or you go right and it's going to take you down this path, right? 2 different paths. What path are you going to take? So yeah, I do see that you have some major lessons coming up, or like, not even lessons, but maybe tests from the universe to evaluate where you're at and if you're ready for the next step in your journey, or if there's still some more learning that needs to be done and maybe you have to revisit past lessons that aren't quite finished, right? So just be mindful of that. With Judgment coming out here, there is also this energy of you guys reflecting a lot based on the past year or past few years or past experiences. And then with the Chariot coming out here, I just see that there's movement. Like you've changed and you've grown a lot from these experiences, from these past, you've changed and grown a lot from these past experiences. And so basically, like overall, I see that you have a choice. You either can stay with where you've been, or you have the choice to step into this newness, this new energy. So we'll take a look into that later on, or see if anything that we look into relates to any of that. But I do see that there's like this cycle that possibly is reaching completion. Understanding maybe a new perspective with the dragonfly, like as you're looking back at some experiences, some situations from your past, whether it be recent past or way back, right? But there's this energy of you guys gaining a new perspective or having some sort of change in mind or change in outlook or something like that. But I do see that in 2022 you're feeling a lot more confident within yourself, and you know what it is that you want deep down, and you're gonna go after it and nothing can get in the way. So good on you. I like that a lot. Let's take a look into your goals and aspirations and see if there's anything that could be getting in the way. For Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus, time at Virgo's goals and aspirations. Okay, well, we do have the 5 of Cups coming out here. So there's definitely some emotional blockages that you could be dealing with at this moment. We have the Devil reversed. All right, so there's definitely like what I'm feeling right off the bat. We also have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Oh my god, these fucking cards are just flying right out. But this is a stack, so I can't. It's like 5 cards. Alright. Temperance. Oh, yeah. Alright. Goals and aspirations for Virgo. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles reversed, the 10 of Wands, and the Hierophant. So this is kind of tying in with what I was saying about these past situations, and as you're looking back and you are reflecting on the experiences that you've gone through, and the lessons that you've gone through, and, you know, relationships that came to an end, or losses that you experienced, and, you know, I feel like there is definitely a change in your perspective, or you're growing a lot, as the year goes on. Like maybe right now about a situation that has you, you know, feeling upset or bothered. This is about a situation with the Devil reverse where you had freed yourself from some sort of toxicity in your life or some sort of cycle that you felt tied to. This could have even been like a person or some sort of environment or mindset. But I feel like I kind of feel like this is maybe a person. Maybe you felt attached to someone at one point or thought someone was like meant to be for you, or like they were your soulmate or something like that, but then something happened and there's definitely some sort of like split or separation or breakup, and the reason why there was some sort of separation or breakup, this is just like a specific message I'm picking up on, is because something about this situation just wasn't healthy to begin with, and so it sucks because you wish things would have ended differently, but the reality is like it ended the way it did and you see it for what it is, but yet there's still like this emotional heaviness that you feel, and there's still maybe a little bit of attachment, or there's still maybe some questions that you have that are left unanswered and you're feeling a bit puzzled by something, right? But I am seeing that you guys are working through releasing some emotional burdens, okay? So I don't know how this is really tying into your goals and aspirations, Virgo, but we'll get to that. I feel like this is actually leading you towards some sort of endeavor, probably related to your creative endeavors or some sort of passion or some sort of like way of expressing yourself. With the Ace of Wands and Temperance, we have Sag energy coming out. We also have Taurus with the Hierophant, which we'll get to that afterwards. But I feel like regarding your goals and aspirations, you might be discovering certain talents, certain abilities you didn't know you had. And if it wasn't for this split or this situation, this, you know, that was toxic, that you had to leave behind and it's hard, but you did what you had to do, you wouldn't have come across this path. And this path is extremely healing, and it's taught you a lot about yourself. It's taught you a lot about what you want and what you don't want, what you won't put up with. And you're doing a lot of healing and a lot of like finding inner peace, and you're also finding ways to deal with these emotions in a healthy way rather than just like, you know, bottling them up and trying to just suppress it, pretend it never happened. No, like that just ends up eating away at you. And so you're finding the healthy ways to channel this energy outwards, possibly in like creative projects or, you know, those kinds of things, writing down your feelings, talking to someone, or even through like artwork of some sort. So I am kind of picking up on that energy. And we even have the Hierophant out here, which is like you guys recognizing the wisdom gained from these experiences. And although you may feel as if like, oh my god, I wasted my time and that was all for nothing, but like that, the truth is it happened for you, not to you. And so, you know, you may not see that right now, but I feel like as the year goes on, your perspective on this situation or multiple situations are going to start to change. And it all changes because, you know, you sit with your thoughts, you sit with your feelings with a golden egg, and you really just like take time out to reflect and to feel and to acknowledge all these emotions and thoughts that are coming up. You're sitting with them and you're feeling them instead of like thinking them or ignoring them, right? So I am seeing that there's this energy of you guys really getting back like your stability, your inner peace. You're learning a lot, you're getting more in tune with yourself, and you are slowly but surely getting clarity and detaching yourself from situations, relationships, mindsets, etc. that just aren't serving you any longer. And so it's important that when you look back at these past situations, again, whether recent or way back, that you have compassion towards yourself, because like, again, you can't change the past, but you can change the future, and there's no use beating yourself up over something that you can't change. So yeah, that's a specific message. Again, not really getting too much about your goals, aspirations, except for like, you know, you guys possibly discovering some sort of new talents or abilities, or starting up new creative endeavors, things like that. But I feel like overall in 2022, you're being more patient with yourself. You're learning patience, and that is such like a thing to master, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, and you know, patience is so important to have, and everyone's learning that, even myself. You know, sometimes I really struggle with patience, but it is such like an important thing to have in this life we live here on Earth. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. So I do see that there's a lot of emotional fulfillment coming your way, Virgo, especially when it comes to your relationships, your friendships, your family. So I do see that there's like a lot of positive movement. There's a positive shift. We go from this heavy 5 of Cups with the Devil reverse, and like working through that and healing that, and just getting stronger, and embracing all those things that come up, and like looking at it. And as you're looking at it, and as you are acknowledging these feelings, you're healing, and you know, you're making space for some better things. And I also feel like there's going to be so much to celebrate, so much joyful opportunities in 2022 with those that matter the most to you, those that are dearest to your heart, you know. Even with the 6 of Wands, a lot of you are going to be receiving a lot of recognition for your hard work and your efforts. And yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of positive. Oh, my candle just went out, as y'all see. But I do feel like there's a lot of positive movement in 2022. So regarding your goals and aspirations, I feel like, again, whatever your goals are, Virgo, because it's not really telling me what they are, but that's all good because it's probably different for everybody. But it's just like, you are so capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to, as long as you're open to it and you remain with like a flexible mindset, and you're willing to look at all perspectives and applying the wisdom you gain from past experiences, and surrendering to like what's of your highest good. Like, what didn't work out for you, Virgo, it just simply wasn't meant for you, and that there is something better out there. You just have to get out of the way and let the universe take the wheel sometimes. And sometimes that's hard. It's about surrendering to the things that are out of your control, really learning to just like take your hands off the wheel and have ultimate trust that everything is trying to work out for your highest good to reach the best possible outcome. So although right now, you know, whenever you're listening to this, you may feel like you don't understand why this situation, why this had to happen, but down the line, it's all going to make sense. And so I feel like by the end of the year, you're going to understand, and you're going to see the bigger picture that right now you just don't quite understand. But that's okay, because again, you're gaining a lot of wisdom, you're working on healing, you're working on your patience, and finding healthy ways to channel these emotions out. And I feel like it's going to lead you down the right path. I feel like it's going to take you to places you never even suspected that you're gonna be, you know, or gonna do, or like, you know, people you never thought you were gonna meet, all because of these situations. Like, you know, just trust in the bigger plan. I know it's hard to, but just, it's all worked out for you in the past when you look back at situations where you thought you hit rock bottom, but like, it all worked out for you. Maybe not the way you had hoped for, but that, again, it wasn't what was meant for you, and that there's something else better. So at least that's what I like to believe, because anyways. All right, so let's take a look into your career and finances. Wow, brain fart. Oh, literally brain fog, and that was me, and I'm not taking that. And those are the cards that are at the bottom of the deck. Let me change decks, actually. I'm going to use the vice versa. Alright, career and finances for Virgo, summer nights in 2022. Again, I keep wanting to say July, August, which is so weird. And that happened to me for Leo. I want to keep saying August, but for some reason now it's like July for you guys. So something may be about those months. I don't need to keep saying it. Alright, any messages regarding Virgo's career and finances in 2022? Anything they need to be aware of? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Virgo regarding their career and finances in 2022? How about Virgo's career and finances? Well, I love that we have the Ten of Pentacles. Awesome, nice. I love to see that for you guys. Messages for Virgo regarding their career and finances in 2022. Career and finances for Virgo. We have the Two of Swords. So there's a decision that you have when it comes to your career and finances. You may have some sort of choice between like staying or leaving a current work environment or job or business. We have Judgment coming out. Yeah, see, double confirmation that there is like major decisions that you have for this year coming up that really do change the path that you're on. So if you're happy with where you are, Virgo, and you are satisfied, then just great. You stay on that path. You keep doing that. Like, awesome. But if you're unhappy, if you're unsatisfied with how things have been working for you, if you feel unfulfilled, if you feel, like unmotivated, or if you feel like, you're not really growing much, yeah, sure, it's okay, it's safe, it's comfortable, but you're not really challenged the way you want to be challenged mentally, emotionally, like, not in like a bad way where it's negative and it's toxic, but it's helping you grow, it's aiding to your personal growth, and it's exciting, and it's adventurous, and like it's something that you're passionate about. Or if it's just kind of like the same old and you kind of want to change, you're needing to really pay attention to that, because this is a year to make those kinds of changes. And so I do see that here with the Two of Swords and Two of Swords backside and Judgment coming out. There is the opportunity to make some sort of life-changing decisions when it comes to, your career path or whatever it is that you could be studying if you're in school, university, things like that. Like, you have complete control over where you want to take this, where you want to control this chariot, where you want to go, what your destination is. You have complete control of this chariot. So wherever you want to go, that's up to you. If you're happy with where you are, that's awesome. Keep that up, right? Still always room for growth and expansion, 100%. But if you are unhappy in any single way, shape, or form, this is a year to make those changes. This is a year where you don't need to settle for, don't settle. That's just what I want to keep saying for you. All right, messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding career and finances. We have the King of Swords backside with the Seven of Cups. It's the front. So this is a positive. Oh wow, and the Tower. I don't know. Today I'm having like brain farts. I don't know what the hell's happening here. Alright, and at the bottom we do have the Nine of Wands backside with the Empress and the Six of Swords. Alright, some of y'all just need to ask an extra helping hand. Alright, we'll get to that afterwards. So, you are having some sort of epiphany or breakthrough or change in mind or change in heart of like where you've been or what you imagined you wanted for yourself is starting to change. Like, let's say that, for example, you went to university and you studied something, right? And you thought that's what you were always wanted to do, that it would make you happy, makes a lot of money, and like, that's it. But as you are like, maybe in your third, fourth year, or how many years you are in your program, and you're realizing that whatever this is, you don't enjoy it, or it's just whatever, you've been working at a job for a few years or a few months and you're just realizing this isn't for me. Like, you're having some sort of realization here with the Tower backside. This is about like your mindset. You are having some sort of shake up, this wake up call, like, hold on a minute. I thought this was something that I was going to enjoy. I thought this was something that I like to do, or that it was going to be what I always dreamed, what I always imagined. But now that I'm actually here, this isn't what I want for myself. This doesn't feel right. This just isn't it. And I feel like I either said this in Aries read or Taurus's read, one of those two reads, or maybe, I don't know if it was in Gemini's. I don't think it was in Gemini's. I think it was either Aries or Taurus. in this section too, where they had this come out as well. And I'm like, it kind of looks like you guys are having like a sudden change in heart, sudden change in what it is that you want. Like, your truth is changing. And that's, again, part of this whole perspective that you're going through that's starting to shift. What you thought you wanted, it's changing, and that's okay. And that's what happens as we grow. Even in like relationships, you either grow together or you grow apart. Right? And that's the same thing here in your career, finances, or again, like your studies, things like that, things that are relating to those kinds of topics. It's like you're kind of having like a realization that this isn't really what I want. So you can either stick it out and keep going down that path, even though you're not really happy with it, or your soul is craving something else, but you rather just stay with, okay, well, I'm gonna just stick it out because I don't have any other choices. Or, I mean, that's not true. You always have a choice, right? And even you choosing, okay, well, I'm just going to stick it out, that's a choice itself. But of course, anyways, I'm just going to stop rambling. But there's this energy of you guys realizing some sort of change in what it is that matters the most to you and what it is that you value. You're having a change in your values. Like at the beginning, like you may have thought, oh, this job pays so well, it's gonna, I'm gonna be rich as fuck, or like, and then you work there for a bit and maybe you're not being treated the best. Maybe, you're working overtime always, or you're working 6-7 days a week, no breaks, you can't take sick days, or like, but you're realizing, okay, yeah, it's paying well, but I'm not happy emotionally here. I thought it was gonna be great, and turns out it's not. Again, like situations like that, and you can apply it to your situation, but I feel like there's this energy where your values this year are changing, and it's uncomfortable, but you're realizing like you have so many other options, and if this cup isn't for you, you got 6 other cups to choose from. So it's really just about like what it is that you want, Virgo, and that's just what I'm getting strongly. Because at the end of the day, you will reach your 10, your stability, your happiness, your fulfillment, it's there. Some of you are also maybe moving or traveling or something like that. Or it's like maybe, again, like another message, your job is requiring you to move. And you're like, okay, I like this job, but not that much where I have to move. Like, I don't want to move. Like, like things like that. Anyways, you're having a big kind of epiphany, and my nose is suddenly getting really runny, so give me a moment. All right. So sorry about that. You're having definitely some sort of like epiphany, realizations, and you have the choice to make tweaks and changes in your life that just, in the areas where you don't feel satisfied. It's there. The opportunity is there. Sit on it. Think about it. You don't need to make any impulsive choices at this moment, right? The crocodile, it does suggest to just kind of wait it out, feel it out, take as long as you need before you make any long-term decisions, for sure. If you have to, weigh out the pros and cons, maybe ask a friend's advice, but at the end of the day, you want to move to a time, a place, with the 6 of Swords and the Empress, where you feel ultimate fulfillment, ultimate happiness, and where you feel like you are being challenged to grow and learn and, better yourself instead of just staying stagnant. Because some of you feel like you've just been staying stagnant. It's not challenging you enough, like things like that. So, that's kind of what I'm picking up here. That's the energy I'm picking up for a group. So obviously it won't apply for everyone. If you're happy with where you're at, that's amazing. But things can also change too. You may feel like that right now, like everything's good, you're satisfied, but maybe 9 months from now, you might be like, okay, like, this is kind of getting bored now, it's kind of getting same old, I'm needing a change, right? Like, things could change at any moment, and that's kind of like with Judgment coming out, is like, lots of divine intervention too, alright? So, just keep that in mind. Now, we're going to look into your emotions and relationships and see what could be coming out for you guys for the next year regarding your emotions and relationships for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in 2022. Again, I keep hearing July. Something about July. I don't know, this is now the 3rd time I've said it, but every time I go to start up this, a new, like, what am I doing? Spread. A new spread. Oh my goodness. I got like an eyelash in my eye, but like, I can't seem to get my thoughts straight, you guys. My brain feels very foggy today. Every time I do a new spread, I keep saying, or I'm not saying it, but in my head I hear July. Like, as I'm like, okay, tell me about blah, blah, blah for Virgo in, I'm supposed to say 2022, but in my head I hear in July. Like, I don't know. Alright. Emotions, relationships for Virgo in 2022. Emotions and relationships for Virgo in 2022. Kind of Virgo's emotions and relationships for 2022. Alright. Emotions and relationships for Virgo. We got the Two of Swords coming out. That's the second time this card's appeared. Emotions and relationships for Virgo. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. Temperance, double confirmation. Emotions and relationships. We also have the Eight of Wands. Knight of Swords. I am seeing that there's lots of movement, growth, and development in your relationships. And also being challenged in some sort of way. King of Swords. Alright, and at the bottom we have the Two of Wands, another decision kind of card, Ten of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Alright, so first of all, we do have a lot of cards indicating movement. We have the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Six of Wands, which is all these cards are talking about movement. So I am seeing that there's lots of movement in your relationships, new relationships coming in, changes in your current relationships, but I do see that relationships in your life are progressing quite quickly. Whether you are meeting new people and you guys just hit it off right off the bat and there's like this instant connection and you know, you feel like you've known this person a long time, or you get into a romantic relationship and maybe things are moving very quickly, very unexpectedly. I just feel like you're going to be very busy when it comes to your connections with others, okay? And I feel like it's important that you guys prioritize, you know, some time alone too, because you have a lot on your plate. I feel like you're going to be juggling a lot, and your hands may be full. We even have the Ten of Wands out here. And even in this Ten of Wands, she's like hella determined. She's on the move. She's on the go. She's on the run. Just like she's got things to get done. She's got her priorities to finish. And like, you know, she's got a whole list to get off and cross off, you know. So just remember to prioritize your needs first. And recognize that it's not your job to take on everybody else's needs and wants and desires and responsibilities. Like, you got your own life, your own burdens, your own shit to take care of. All right? If you can help out when you can, that's awesome. But also remember what you need. What am I saying? Remember, like, to not take it all on all at once or to bite off more than you can chew. You also have some decisions. Again, overall, your entire reading has been mentioning, like, major judgment calls, major decisions that you have. We have the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. I feel like there's also relationships in your life that are challenging you to grow as a person, or there's maybe another person in your life, whether, again, this could be friends, family, romance, where they almost could mirror you in some sort of way, but yet, like, there's so much to learn and so much to grow. That's the Two of Swords in this deck specifically. They're challenging one another, but it's like friendly competition. I feel like you're quite, when it comes down to just you, Virgo, I feel like you're quite grounded in your emotions. Like, you're not really allowing your emotions to get the best of you, or like you're not acting impulsively when it comes to certain feelings that arise. Like, you kind of, like I said, throughout this entire reading, you kind of just sit with it, you think about it, you contemplate whatever is brought up, and you kind of just ride it out. Like, there's a very nice balanced energy here. You are very grounded, your feet are firm, like nothing can shake you. And I feel like in general, it's just important that you make sure that the relationships you have in your life, that there is a balance between the give and take. I also see that there's healing taking on here. There is also the energy with the King of Swords where you're very careful and selective who you're giving your time and energy and your love to. You're being very careful with who you allow into your space. I feel like it's also important that you guys speak your truth in your relationships, of course, right? Communication is key, but I just feel like there's a lot of direct communication. Like, you're not holding back what you have to say. You're very, like, straight to the point. You're not wasting people's time. You're really just, like, saying it as it is. And there is also the energy of you guys needing to maybe step out of your comfort zone. But there could be some fears that prevent you from actually, taking any risk when it comes to your emotions or, like, sharing your vulnerable side, especially since we do have the King of Swords coming out. And, I mean, we have no cups coming out. I mean, Temperance is kind of watery, but, like, it's all, like, air, earth, and fire. There's no emotions when it comes down to your emotions and relationship spread. You're very more, like, I feel like you're very, again, you're careful of who you share your vulnerable side with, / there's this discomfort you may feel when it comes to, like, expressing your vulnerability or your feelings. And so I feel like in 2022, another lesson or theme for you is vulnerability and opening up about your feelings and discussing your feelings and being brave. And so that might be uncomfortable for you, and that may, be something that you struggle with. But I see that if you really challenge yourself to do those things that make you uncomfortable, that make you afraid, you could see a lot of beautiful growth from that. Okay? So that's kind of what I'm picking up regarding, your relationships and emotions. Like, overall, I feel like you guys are very grounded in your emotions, and things are quite good. Like, you're working on healing and all that, but there is the energy of you guys possibly needing to step out of your comfort zone or, confess your feelings to your crush or, like, just, do something that scares you. Take a risk when it comes to your emotions, because some of you are, like, holding yourself back because you don't want to get hurt or you don't want to look like a fool or, like, but you need to stop worrying so much and start really just following your heart. And that's the energy with the golden egg, right? This represents your heart space. This represents opening up your heart and sharing your vulnerable side, not only with yourself but with others too. This is like a very precious golden egg, right? The golden egg isn't just given to every single person out there, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be so special, it wouldn't be so unique and precious. But just really trusting your gut. And yeah, let me grab you a couple romance angel messages, and then we're gonna wrap it up with a couple oracles or oracle messages. All right. So any romance angel messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus when it comes to their love life, romance for 2022. Any romance angel messages for Virgo in love? Romance angel messages for Virgo in love 2022. Romance angel messages, we got engagement. Okay, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So let's talk about those that are currently in a relationship. Maybe you and your partner have been discussing engagement or have been talking about starting a family, or, like, for those that are currently in a relationship, you and your partner may be talking about engagement or taking things to the next level, moving in together or getting married or starting a family or just making some major life choices between you and your partner. And so some of you might be getting engaged. I'm just saying. Okay, so congrats if you have been thinking about it or it comes up somewhere down this year. Congrats. I was picking up, even for those that are single, right? You come together with a person and some people get engaged after like a few weeks, a few months of knowing them, right? And then they end up being together for like a long time. Even for those that are single, you may find yourself getting into a relationship, and like I said, and I was picking up on the energy with the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, like there is definite movement and progression in relationships, and for some, things are moving really quickly, and so you may just unexpectedly be engaged. If that's like, especially if that's like something that you've been manifesting, be careful what you wish for, okay? I just gotta throw that out there. Obviously, it's not gonna apply for everybody, but for some, your relationship, even if it's not an engagement, it is just like developing really quickly, or it's moving to a higher level of commitment, whatever that means for you, okay? Romance angel messages for Virgo in love 2022. Any romance angel messages for Virgo in love 2022? Thank you. We got, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. All right. So this can be another group. This could also be tying into engagement. I'm just saying, right? For example, if you are in this new relationship and they propose to you like very quickly and you don't know much about them, that might be a red flag to you. And if that is a red flag to you, then you better pay attention to what's raising those red flags, right? Everyone's red flags are different. So obviously it's not going to apply for everyone. That's just like a scenario there where things are moving very quickly and maybe you don't feel ready. Maybe you're not feeling the most comfortable. Please pay attention to your red flags. The signs are cautioning you. All right, let me just pull a couple more before I speak out anything else. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their relationships, love, romance, heart-to-heart conversations, healing family issues, and give me one more for Virgo in love. Let go of control issues. Is that not what I said? I said that somewhere in this reading. I can't remember where. I feel like it was more at the beginning of the reading. But yeah, I literally told you guys, like, working through surrendering to what's out of your control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally, okay? So, really working through surrendering and releasing your expectations and, just letting things unfold naturally, right? Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with one another. All right, so if there are, let's just go back to that one scenario. There's red flags in a connection and you're like, well, you may want to have some honest discussions about that. Talk about it with your partner, whoever you're with, or whoever you're dating, whether it's serious, whether it's casual, but if there's something that's on your mind that, you know, it's kind of raising your awareness, discuss it, bring it up, communicate, because no one's mind readers over here. And so if there's something that's on your mind, clear the air, and that's going to determine or make or break this relationship. That's for someone out there. So definitely discuss your feelings, discuss if there's anything that's bothering you. Okay? And we are saying that with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords and all those other cards that we were talking about. I felt like there's like this very important need of like direct communication when it comes to your feelings, like just saying things exactly as they are. And I was saying that, right? So definitely make sure you do that. Okay? Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So there's a lot of healing going on here. There's a lot of like reflecting on past situations, past relationships, cycles, people that you were attracting your whole life, whether that's in friendships, romance, etc., but finding yourself in certain cycles that were repeating, and maybe you're realizing how it stems to, you know, family matters, or how you are raised, or, you know, things like that stem way, way deep down. But as you are healing and as you're even forgiving, you're seeing a lot of peace. And yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, recognizing that your parents are just human too, and they made mistakes and they have their own lessons to learn. And yeah, it may have affected you in a negative way, and you didn't deserve that, but recognizing that it had nothing to do with you, and it really just like, you know, their own shit that they have to deal with. I don't know, you guys. I'm like rambling. I feel like I've just talked about most of it. It's like there's lots of heart-to-heart conversations, supporting you discuss your feelings, and even if it's uncomfortable, being vulnerable, embracing that, you're healing family issues, pay attention to red flags, no more excuses or trying to convince yourself that they're not there. Like, pay attention, right? Don't fall in love with someone's potential, what they could be or what it used to be, but seeing it as it is now. Letting go of control issues, things like that. So let me wrap this up with a couple oracle messages from the Work Your Light oracle. Any final thoughts for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for 2022? Final thoughts regarding this reading? Anything else that they need to be mindful of or aware of for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any final thoughts, messages, etc.? Okay, what do we got? That really flew out. We have, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Any final thoughts for Virgo? And birthing a new age. I'm just going to go with these two, okay? Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Okay, so you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So, whatever you've been doing right now, Virgo, you are right on track. And this is just confirmation to keep doing what you've been doing. Even though you may have been experiencing some doubts or things have been going the way you expected or the way you planned, it's all working out for you. And to just keep going down the road that you've been, if you're happy, if you're satisfied, obviously if you got to make some tweaks, adjustments, you got to do that. But you're already doing the work. And just stay on that path. Keep trusting, keep following your truth, and it will lead you down the best possible direction. Just trust your own inner compass, okay? Trust your inner compass, because it's leading you down the best path. And it is also helping you birth a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming of a new world into being. I'm going to get the book for that, because it feels significant. Often our path is exactly the one we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncomfortable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now we're in the transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. That's literally what I said. That is what I just said. Okay, cool. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, which, oh my god, the shit going on in this world right now. Preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. This is your affirmation. I am open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me, please lead me, and please show me the way. Wow. Really powerful year for you guys. It seems really significant. Lots of significant changes, choices, opportunities that present themselves. But overall, this is for you guys to step into the life that you always hoped, wanted, dreamed about having. You're already doing the work. Keep it up. You're right on track. Things are working out exactly the way they need to. So Virgo, that is what I got for you guys for this reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, you know the drill. And I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed 2022. And I will talk to you in the next one. Take care.